Hey, what's up? Welcome to live.besttechy.net, the place where we talk tech, answer your tech questions, and everything technology related. Today I want to talk about OpenID. If you don't know what OpenID is essentially a platform that is used or that has been created to eliminate the need for multiple usernames across different websites on the internet. And with OpenID, it's a decentralized platform that essentially allows users to sign up for different services, so to speak. They're just different sites that provide the OpenID functionality. So what essentially is OpenID is a one login for multiple websites, and a number of websites are actually incorporating OpenID into their platforms, such as MySpace recently announced they're going to incorporate and implement OpenID, so you can log in via OpenID. Yahoo does it, Google does it with Blogger, WordPress does it, Flickr, I believe, does it as well. That's Yahoo. And a number of other websites do it on the web, where you can WordPress actually, if you have a WordPress account, you actually automatically have OpenID. It's your WordPress, mine is besttechy.wordpress.com, acts as an OpenID login. Also, now Ustream, the site we use to stream over the web, actually recently implemented OpenID, so you can log in to Ustream using your OpenID. Now, I actually just signed up on my ID Voop, or however it's said. I'm not really quite sure. Something like that. It's a weird name. It's spelled MYVIDOOP. I'm not quite sure how to say it, but I signed up for an account there as well. And the problem is, OpenID is a great idea in theory to me, and I think it has a lot of potential, which is why a lot of these companies are picking up on it. Problem is, while it's decentralized, which is great for people who love open source, it's actually an open source thing. It evolved via open source, and that's why it's decentralized, and everyone can basically host their own if they chose to, on their own website and their own web server. Thing is, it's decentralized, so it almost in essence seems as if everyone has something different, almost in the sense that everyone has a different OpenID's login. Not in the sense that you each has their own separate username, but everyone has a different service that they use for OpenID, which can get a little confusing, I think. And also, it seems, what happens if someone gains access to your OpenID account? Granted, I'm sure all these people who provide these services have a lot of things in place for implementation-wise to prevent such security breaches. And such as I know my VIDoop, my VidiDupe, I don't know how to say it, just forgive me on this. Granted, you have to select images, category images. You have a category and it's labeled, it has an image, and you select it when you sign up, and you have to enter in a password, a little key access code, what they call it. And it doesn't necessarily use the access code, but you have to remember which things you selected. So it makes a difference in terms of security. It's not like you're remembering a password, so to speak, but you still have to remember, if it prompts you ever in the future, what access code, what categories you selected. If you don't activate your browser on this service, you have to send it to your phone to get access. It seems like it's a little confusing almost to the average user who's used to using passwords. I think this service, OpenID, this platform, has a lot of potential. But I think so. In a way, it's odd. I think the decentralization of that anyone can essentially host their OpenID, which is a good thing. I also think it has some negative impacts, because if you look at the OpenID website and then you go to, I'm trying to find it on the website, there is a portion which discusses where you can use it, but it also lists the different functionality that each service provides, and they're not all the same. If you're going to decentralize it, each service should have to provide the same. There should be some kind of standards in terms of what it has to provide, and I think that's where it's hurting, because everyone has different standards in terms of their OpenID services. So if you're going to provide OpenID, I think they should make some kind of standardization almost. And I don't want to say that I don't think that'll necessarily ruin OpenID. What I think is it'll make it better because everyone knows what they're getting. Let it be decentralized in terms of everyone can host their own, but let everyone have to provide the same functionality and services. So everyone, if you ever decide to switch your OpenID for whatever reason, or you recommend it to someone, you can help them with it. I mean, if everyone provides different things, it makes it very difficult to know what you're signing up for if you just ever change it, or for some reason that service closes down. Since it's decentralized, you're not going to guarantee that this thing will be around forever. So I don't know. I think it's great that they came out with this. That it's one ID for the entire web. I do think it has some security concerns in terms of what happens if someone gains access. I know that it takes steps and measures, and I know that the same can be said for a password, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school. Maybe I am. I'm all for trying new things, though, and I think I'm going to try this out. I'm going to mess with it more, but as of right now, I don't know if I'm going to stick with it completely. Even though it's being implemented all over the web, I'm not quite sure I'm sold on it yet. The decentralization's good, but it has some issues there, where, like I said, standardization of services and things that are required by the OpenID Foundation. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Do you use OpenID? What do you think of it? I'm curious to know. Leave some comments on the blog or on YouTube. And as usual, we're talking tech all the time. Live.besttech.net. You can come by, say hi to me, or the chat room. Even if I'm not streaming, we still have people in the chat room. Right now, we have 95 people. And, say hi. Check it, by the way, we have free support forums at besttech.net/forums. You can check those out as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been live.besttech.net, and we'll see you next time.